So, continuing on, if the object in maneuver warfare is to move through the OODA loops faster than the enemy, what do you need to do? How can you be consistently faster? Much of the rest of this book is an effort to address that question. But in terms of general theory, the following points are worth thinking about. 1. Only a decentralized military can have a fast OODA loop. If the observations must be passed up the chain of command, the orientation made and the decision taken at a high level, and the command for action then transmitted back down the chain, the OODA loop is going to be slow. As the Israeli military historian Martin van Creveld has observed, from Plato to NATO, the history of command in war consists of an endless quest for certainty. Certainty concerning the state and intention of the enemy's forces. Certainty concerning the manifold factors which together constitute the environment, from the weather and the terrain to the radioactivity and presence of chemical warfare agents. And, last but definitely not least, certainty concerning the state and activities of one's own forces. Historical commanders have always faced the choice between two basic ways of coping with uncertainty. One was to construct an army of automatons, following the orders of a single man, allowed to do only that which could be controlled. That's centralized command. The other, to design organizations and operations in such a way as to enable the former to carry out the latter without the need for continuous control. The second of these methods that's decentralized command. The second of these methods has, by and large, proved more successful than the first. And the ongoing revolution in the technology of command notwithstanding, this is likely to remain so in the future, and indeed, so long as war itself exists. Very obvious stuff. And again, in our book, Extreme Ownership, that's one of the principles of combat. Decentralized command, and this is what it is. If you don't have decentralized command, you have to report up the chain of command. That takes time. By the time it gets back down, the decision gets made at the higher level, then they pass it back down to you. By the time it gets to you, it's already changed. Yeah. And that's in a jiu-jitsu comparison. If you have to think about your moves, so you have instinctive moves, muscle memory. Mm-hmm. When somebody starts to pass your guard, you get the underhook. If you have to think about getting the underhook and you have to command your body to get the underhook, they already got the underhook on you.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing here. That's decentralized command.